If you can't stand the heat, keep out of our kitchen. Byron Capers, John Savidis, and Peter Jordan today on OTR.
Off the Record with Michael Landsberg is brought to you by the Cake Steakhouse and Bar. For great steaks, good friends, see you tonight.
Thanks to our guest yesterday, Pinball, John C. Riley, Andy Curran, for making the first show back for me after a vacation. So much fun. We're ready to scrap. We got a hard-hitting DB, we got a martial artist, and we got a guy who hits hard. I have no idea, actually, where I was going with that.
I'm tied down. I am tied down. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
That's a great sign. Let's meet the guest right now. Not in that order. He is a defensive back for the Argos, played great football at Florida State University, second year with the Toronto Argonauts. Great to welcome Byron Capers. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
And nice to see an American making his home in Canada.
Well, yeah, you know, obviously, I'm going to make my home here.
All right, let's meet John Savidis. You met him probably about a week ago, as he is now the host of TSN's Fitness Kick 1998 U.S. Open Martial Arts Champion. Congratulations on that, and congratulations on your new show as well. Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, great show. It's a great show.
Yeah, you think like it's going to make any difference if you suck up to him? He's already told me he's going to kick your ass right now.
I'm counting on it.
He is Peter Jordan. Fabulous reports you filed from Nagano. You're now the host of CBC's new show, host of It's a Living.
That's it.
Way to go, man.
Thank you very much.
All right, today, everybody loves Wendell's heart. Is the rest of him what we're worried about? And Dan is in the Hall of Fame for sure, ring or not. Is he just making himself look like a fool if he doesn't retire? And some news later on about what the ring girl, formerly known as Sable, is up to now. But first, Randy Moss. He is too fast, too tall, too good for 99% of the defensive backs in the National Football League to cover. He was superb, as you see on this play against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. Now, here's what hits me as you watch him score the touchdown. The Dallas Cowboys passed on Moss in the draft, and the Cowboys have been plagued by plays like this. They pointed to his troubled past. Well, the Vikings are in and the Cowboys are out, and the Cowboys' offense looked really bad and really old. I wonder, does that one game become the perfect example of taking the best player available regardless of other factors?
Oh, yeah, I think you should take the best player regardless of any factor. I mean, does it matter? I mean, yes, you want to look at the guy, you know, his background and everything that goes on, but look at Randy Moss. He's almost like that other guy, Irvin, you know, Michael Irvin. Gee, I mean, we all know what kind of issues he had. And one thing, I mean, that's just...
Yeah, what if he's in jail? He's not going to play very well for you in there. I mean, who's the guy who shot his girlfriend? Or
Ray Carew?
Allegedly. I mean, how good a player is he going to be now? I bet he was a fine draft choice.
What chances are you going to go on that, though? I mean, whether or not this guy's going to explode 1 minute and then he's going to be this quote-unquote great player the next minute.
I think they're doing psychological profiling for a very good reason. They're doing it to make sure that the guy is reliable. You got to have a long career as well as a good career.
Give the guy a chance. At least give him a chance to come back in and prove himself. Because everybody does things that, you know, they're not very proud of.
Right.
You know, a lot of the times, and you got to give him a chance.
Exactly.
And if he's the best player in the league, then he's got to play. You've got to be able to coach him and get him to the position where he's not going to be doing those things.
I thought you were going to be on my side here.
Well, I am.
Oh, he is.
Okay.
Probably not on our side. No, but seriously, that is, I mean, think about it. Randy Moss, look, he just destroyed him. You know?
Yeah, but we're not talking about his ability. There's no question that Randy Moss is, as I said, I mean, he's better than 99% of the defensive backs in the National Football League. He is a superb wide receiver. The question is the morality of taking a player who has a past that you do not want to project to your audience.
Like,
and hold on, you mentioned Michael Irvin. You know, as great as he's been on the field, he's been trouble off the field.
Yes, he has. I mean, he has. I mean, it's been in the media. We've all seen that. That's a chance. So how can you say you put this on the table and say, well, Randy Moss passed. Well, look at Irvin, you know, Michael Irvin. I mean,
Yeah.
the same. I mean,
would you take Rodman? He wants to get back in the league now. I mean, would you take Rodman with his past?
Yeah, I'll take Rodman. Greatest rebounder in basketball. I mean, gee, he's going to bring the table rebounds. I mean,
he brings people who watch the games as well.
Yeah, exactly.
People love to watch
Rodman. He looks great in
Rodman,
a dress.
you know?
Yeah, he claims to come back without the die. So, I mean, we're going to see how many fans come to the game and watch that after all. So,
well, it'll be interesting to see how many games he starts.
Yeah.
Peter Warwick is the name, of course, from your school, Florida State University.
#1 school.
the #1 school. Well, they were the #1 school, the championship school. But they suspended Peter Warwick for 2 games. He lost the chance to win the Heisman Trophy, which many people say he should have won. This is some of his great play from the Sugar Bowl, leading to the #1 spot for Florida State University. Tim Couch is a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He says we got to draft Peter Warwick with the #1 draft choice. He got caught for sort of shoplifting. You know, Peter, you're talking about it. Would you take a pass on him?
Sort of shoplifting?
Well, it was a checkout sort of thing.
I see. Like, that's hardly, I mean, shoplifting.
Well, yeah.
You know, anybody here not shoplifted when they were a kid, maybe? You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly
we're
what
not
he's
talking being on the cell phone while your girlfriend's getting murdered.
It goes back to,
you know,
I think, again, the fact that you got to give people a chance. I mean, why was he shoplifting? And do the psychological testing like they would, and see, you know, just because he shoplifted one day doesn't mean that
exactly.
You know, he's going to be.
The thing is, you know, it's shoplifting, but you know, I'm not justifying his act of shoplifting. I don't agree with shoplifting.
No.
But the fact is, how many of us out there, when you go into a store, you ask for a discount, you know, if I know, hey, you know, Peter, gee, can I get that shirt? I mean, that's a discount. Well, Byron, I give it to you for $10. How much did it originate? $40. Well, it just so happened, this young lady at the desk, it was a $500 purchase, you know, and here's a guy, we can't work in college. You know, it's an NCAA violation if we work. So pretty much, I mean, he's going in trying to get the best deal he can. Fortunately, he ended up getting caught. You know, I mean, does it make him a bad guy and a bad character? No. It's tired, what, 4 years coming to Florida State? Had you hear, like, anything bad or negative from him? No, just until the hype of him getting the opportunity to win the Heisman. Yeah. That's what it all boils down to. And they want to throw in the factor of, you know, morale and, you know, his shoplifting. But you know what? He's the best player out there. Let's take him. You know, look at
Lawrence Phillips, wasn't he a guy that somebody took a chance on? Number of people have taken a chance on. Is he playing?
No, he's you know what? Look how many chances he has been given. This guy's been to different NFL teams. He's been in NFL Europe, come back, and then now he's out again. Yeah. I mean, what do you do?
What is his deal anyway?
I don't know his deal.
Like, what's going on? Why isn't he playing? Is he just?
You know, I think the thing with Lawrence Phillips is that he's just not that good.
So
the,
he could
the
be
morality
doing all this
of pro
stuff if he
sports
was
is
any good.
They will overlook every single thing all the time.
As long as you deliver.
As long as you deliver. And when you stop delivering, all of a sudden now everybody gets moral and says, well, we won't give him another chance because he's bad. But if you can score points, they'll give you a chance every time. Yeah, we'll take a break, and when we return, we'll talk about reporting rumors. Is it, as Pat Quinn says, wrong? When we return.
I mean, if that's the case, then Pat, you should look at Pat Quinn. But otherwise, I don't think anybody should be able to take my life or your life and start talking bullshit about it because they don't know.
Off the Record with Michael Landsberg is brought